Alright, if you thought the Jeff C. phony fake show couldn't get any more ridiculous, think again. So, Avidan, after 4 years in exile, turns up as Jeff retires and claims that Jeff's cousin, Jeff's nameless, faceless cousin, has contacted Avidan in order to give some closure to the phony fake show. And you'll see here, the title says Jeff C's cousin goes public, drops receipts. So we'll just have a quick read of this, but before we do, let's take a look at this. Why would Jeff's cousin contact Avidan? Now, Avidan is supposedly a sworn enemy of Jeff C. Let's take a look at these headlines. Exposed, proof that Jeff C won't leave us alone. Now, I believe these are all fake videos. I believe Avidan was trolling you guys because Avidan is Jeff C. We'll just have a quick read of this. This is from his supposed cousin, who sent the email at 10 minutes past 1 in the morning. Do you think that's a normal time to be sending someone an email at 10 minutes past 1 in the morning? I know who would have been up at 10 minutes past 1 posting QAnon links into his live chat, and that's Avidan himself. So it states, I want to get this story out because Jeff's death is suspicious to me. We found him out on Christmas Eve of his passing after 6 days of nobody hearing from him. So he's 6 coding. His friend was trying to reach him and he wasn't answering his phone. He lived alone. My aunt and cousin T was also trying to reach him with no success. So the cops broke his door down on the 24th. Alright, for more 6 coding there with your 24th. Now let's just have a look and see, does Jeff C's door look like it was broken down? I don't think so. Alright, now there would be some damage there. If the door was broken down, the lock would have to be replaced. That doesn't look like a nice shiny new lock to me. Not at all. So the email goes on to read, they put his estimated death on the evening December the 18th. Meaning he was laying there for almost 6 days. More 6 coding. They said he was too badly gone to find out what really happened to him or to do an autopsy. But that seems like they were trying to hide something. Either that or my aunt decided not to. Well, let's have a look at the laws here in Montreal. Quebec. Canada. An autopsy is mandatory in Quebec when there is reasonable cause to suspect that the deceased died a violent or unnatural death or a sudden death of which the cause is unknown. This is what a horrible thing to find out about on Christmas. Jeff was apparently complaining of bad headaches the week before his death and he didn't want to go to the hospital, so they said, based on this one face alone, that the cause of death was a brain aneurysm. Okay, so the doctors have determined that it was a brain aneurysm. So the doctors have decided not to do an autopsy because when Jeff has come in deceased, they've gone, oh, that's that YouTuber Jeff C, who was complaining a week before on his live stream about an aneurysm. Okay. Says, was he targeted because of his videos? I wonder if that's the case, if they beamed a 5G weapon at him and offed him. Well, that there should tell you that this is a garbage email. And Avidan has probably wrote this himself, and I'll explain why shortly. Do you really think they're going to beam a 5G weapon at Jeff C? Just remember, this is, take a look at his bone broth stream that they've been removing dislikes from. So they've supposedly beamed him with a 5G weapon, yet they're removing dislikes from his bone broth stream that's still running 4 weeks later, even though the house that he was supposedly living in has been vacated. It goes on to read, the obituary was hastily done by my aunt, who is not tech savvy and is almost 70. They couldn't do a lot because of the pandemic, so I guess they just pulled photos of YouTube or a computer. There was no service because of COVID. There was no service because there's no service to be had. Alright, so we'll read this next bit. Okay, so these are the questions that have been asked. And there's 13 questions. And this is Avidan trolling here because I had said to him in relation to his email, why do the numbers in his email add to the number 13? I don't expect you guys to understand that. Alright, so look at this here. Number 2, my name is David, not Derek, but using this email because I prefer not to share my last name at this point. Yeah, okay. Says I don't have any major health issues. I'm not close to Jeff. Just another garbage line. They believe it was a brain aneurysm and no further investigation will take place. Well, if his death is so suspicious, you would think that the family would want some closure as to why he passed away. Anyway, this whole presentation that Avidan has put on has got a very phony look and